What makes a great leader? Is it charisma? Is it the title? Is it status or position? The truth is that none of this defines true or great leadership. In the Bible, one man showed us how to lead with courage, strategy, and integrity while rebuilding a broken city. His name is Nehemiah. He held a trusted position as a cupbearer to King Artaxerxes of Persia, and he modeled faithfulness and perseverance. He showed us how a leader can connect with people, commit to a God-given vision, and communicate and share that vision with followers. Today we are taking a deep dive into the savvy approach of Nehemiah's leadership style. His leadership philosophy addresses the issues and challenges facing leaders today. Nehemiah's role as the king's cupbearer gave him great honor, influence, and responsibility. He lived in the palace with the king, far from his ancestral home. He could have chosen to ignore his people, but his heart remained with his people in Jerusalem. When news reached him from Judah about the ruins, the broken walls and burnt-out gates, something stirred in his spirit. The news deeply affected him. At this time, the returning exiles were in great trouble and disgrace. The broken walls also made the city vulnerable to attacks. His first response was not a political maneuvering or a desperate plea for human power. Instead, he turned to God. He fasted and prayed. True leaders don't start with ego, they start with a burden. Vision begins with compassion. Before taking action, Nehemiah sought divine guidance. His prayer was heartfelt and specific. He confessed the sins of his people and reminded God of his promises. From this place of prayer, a powerful vision began to form. He envisioned a restored city and a people whose dignity was renewed. It was a God-given purpose that gripped his soul. Armed with this divine vision, Nehemiah demonstrated remarkable courage and waited for the right moment to approach King Artaxerxes. His sadness was evident, which was unusual for him, and the king noticed. Nehemiah respectfully shared his burden about the desolation of Jerusalem. Ordinarily, a forum to discuss with the king would have been difficult. We can see how God's intervention softens the king's heart. Nehemiah didn't only ask for leave to go, but also for resources. He had a comprehensive plan, timelines, resources such as timber from the king's forest and letters of approval. He teaches us that faith and strategy can coexist. The king granted his requests, a testament to Nehemiah's favor and God's hand at work. Upon arriving in Jerusalem, Nehemiah did not rush into action. He demonstrated exceptional strategic planning. For 3 days he rested and observed. Then, in the middle of the night, he went out. He secretly surveyed the ruined walls and meticulously inspected the gates. He assessed the full extent of the damage. This allowed him to formulate a realistic plan, and he counted the cost before he began to build. This foresight prevented many potential problems down the line and ensured the efficient use of resources. He knew the task was too vast for one person, and he needed to mobilize the entire community. He divided the colossal work into manageable sections and assigned portions of the wall to different families and groups. Each group was responsible for the section nearest their own homes. This fostered a sense of ownership and commitment. Everyone knew their contribution mattered. This masterful delegation ensured efficiency. It also built unity among the people, and they worked towards a common goal. With a solid plan in place, Nehemiah then focused on inspiring the people. He gathered the officials, priests, and nobles. He shared his heartfelt vision with them. He told them of God's guiding hand upon him and recounted the king's support. His words were filled with conviction and passion. He expressed his concerns and highlighted the need to rebuild the wall. The people responded with enthusiasm. He managed the logistics of a large-scale construction project, sourcing materials, organizing labor, and ensuring supplies reached the right places. He handled these practical aspects with diligence. He showed that a great vision must be supported with sound execution. Nehemiah was not a distant commander. He led with profound empathy and compassion. He understood the distress of his people. He saw their poverty and the injustices they suffered. He listened to their concerns and shared in their struggles. This empathy built a strong bond of trust, and the people knew he genuinely cared for their well-being. Rebuilding effort did not go unchallenged. Nehemiah faced fierce and relentless opposition, but remained focused on the task. Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the Ammonite were his chief adversaries. They, along with others, mocked the Jews. They ridiculed their efforts to rebuild. "What are those feeble Jews doing?" they jeered. When ridicule failed, they resorted to threats. They plotted to attack Jerusalem and stir up trouble. The pressure on Nehemiah and the workers was immense. It would have been easy to become discouraged. Many leaders might have faltered under such intense hostility, but Nehemiah displayed extraordinary resilience and courage. He refused to be intimidated or sidetracked. However, Nehemiah displayed extraordinary resilience and courage. He refused to be intimidated or sidetracked. He prayed to God for help and protection and took practical steps for defense. He armed the workers and set up guards day and night. His courage inspired the people to persevere. They saw his strength, and it gave them strength. They believed in his leadership. Because of this strong relationship, they stood with him. This ties in with Psalm 110:3, which says, "Your people will be willing on the day of battle." They were willing to work with one hand and hold a weapon with the other. His connection with God gave him confidence and a sense of assurance. This, in turn, strengthened the people's faith in the mission. They were united not just by a task, but by their leader. Remarkably, despite the opposition, the wall was built in 52 days. Nehemiah's leadership was built upon unshakable integrity. His actions were consistent with his values. Unlike previous governors, he was not self-serving. He did not use his position for personal gain. He refused the governor's food allowance. He did not acquire land for himself. He did not impose heavy taxes on the people. He led by example, living a life of sacrifice and service. His honesty in all his dealings earned him immense respect. His commitment and dedication to the task were unwavering and a testament to focused and dedicated leadership. The qualities he demonstrated made him a leader of immense influence. He did not need to coerce or manipulate. He showed that true leadership is about character and earning trust and respect through consistent, principled behavior. Nehemiah exemplifies key attributes of a great Christian leader. Let's recap 10 leadership lessons we can learn from him. Number 1. He prayed and prioritized God as his source of help, which helped restore the people's faith in God. He gave thanks to God for his accomplishment. Number 2. He had a God-given vision which he shared with his people. He also remained focused on the mission. Number 3. He had a strategic plan for deploying resources efficiently to achieve his goal. Number 4. He was a social reformer. He instituted reforms to ensure justice and righteousness. Number 5. His leadership was marked by transparency and accountability, and he was answerable for these decisions. He also took calculated risk. Number 6. He was an inspirational leader. He consistently expressed gratitude to the people. His influence was profound and lasting. He inspired, motivated, mobilized, and delegated others successfully. He led by example. Number 7. He had discernment. Number 8. He demonstrated trust and integrity. Number 9. He showed resilience and courage. Number 10. He handled opposition with wisdom. Let's pause and answer the following questions. In your role as a leader, what do you see that is broken and needs fixing? Can you identify specific burdens that need to be addressed? Have you thought about the legacy you want to leave as a leader? Remember, your position as a leader is an honor and a privilege. Your role as a leader carries significant influence. How do you use your influence? Do you add value to people, or do you devalue them? These questions shape your leadership philosophy, and they are key to your development as a leader. It is also worth remembering that your position as a leader is transient, not permanent. If you don't have the answers to these questions, it may be time to pray for clarity about your calling as a leader. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video useful. Please share the video with a friend or family member. Together, we can enhance our leadership philosophy.